Hello, I'm Dr. Drew Brown. I'm the Director of Technology for the Arizona Board of Regents, and I want to thank you for being a judge for the Regents Cup. I'm here to show you how the scorecard mechanism will work so you can get familiar with that ahead of time, and that will let you focus a little bit on the competitions themselves. Now, you will receive a link to a customized scorecard for you. That link will bring you to a screen that looks a lot like this. Now, on the left-hand side, we have what it will look like on a laptop or tablet, and on the right-hand side is what it would look like on a phone. You can use either any size device that you may choose. So again, you'll receive an email or a text. You can use the link from either one. It'll be the same. The key is that the link you receive will be for you and not for other judges or for sharing with anyone else. When this link opens up, you can verify it has your name, it has the round that you're in, and it has the names and the photos of the students that will be participating in this particular round. And you can see we have 2 students in the affirmative here and 2 in the negative for this Oxford round 1. If everything looks good, you can begin scoring. If there's anything amiss, reply to the text or email, and we'll receive that message and be able to help. If there's anything that goes wrong or doesn't seem quite right, reply to the text or email, and that's how we can communicate with you during the round, during the competition. We're going to move forward here, and I will select Begin Scoring. And here we are in the Oxford Round 1 opening statements. So as the students are presenting their opening statements, you can score these appropriately. I'm going to do this a little bit quickly for demonstration's sake. If you're using a larger device, you can also type in numbers directly if you choose, as you drag numbers across, you can see that those are indicated over here on the right, what you're marking those. Same thing on the phone. The phone can be a fairly small form factor and it can be difficult for fingers, so make sure you make note of the numbers that are on this right-hand side here as you select a particular score. Now I've reached the bottom of just this opening statement section, and the button here says Review Section. So I'm going to do that, and it brings up the scores that I've entered so far under the first section here. And now I get a chance to decide if this is in fact what I would like for the opening statement's scores to be. And the form is asking you, do you want this? Is this what you want? How you want to score this section? If you select no, it's not what I want, you can go back and you can change the numbers. The numbers that you put in before are still here, but you can make other adjustments as needed. You can review it again. And now you can decide if this is in fact the score that you'd like to bring forward for this section. Now let's say I say, yes, this is in fact what I would like to do. So I'm going to select yes and move on to the next section. Now you can continue to score either on a phone or device, whichever you're using, but I'm going to turn off that mobile view just so we can focus here a little bit. Here I'm in the second section of the Oxford Scorecard, cross-examination. Again, I can enter in the scores that I like. And again, I'm doing this a little bit brief for the demonstration's sake. Take a moment and consider each of these questions as you consider what scores a student should receive. And again, at the bottom here, I get to review. And this is the score total for the cross-examination section. It has not yet added the scores together from the previous section. And again, I can decide this isn't quite what I want. I can select no, I can go back and make adjustments as needed and move forward and see what those look like. And once I'm comfortable with the score for this particular section, I can move on to the last section in the Oxford Scorecard. So here again, for our closing statements, you can enter in the scores that you feel appropriate. And again, you'll get a chance to review that particular section. You can go back and change that section. Here at this final section, if I select yes, this is what I want for closing statements, I then get a final total score. So the 3 sections have been added, and this is what I have scored so far. At this point, you can still change what you are scoring here. Now it says on here, this is going to be the final score, and that's true. You can use these 3 links to go back to any of the 3 and make an adjustment. If you feel like you want to change your scores, you can. So if you want to go back to a particular area and make any adjustments that you feel are appropriate and go back to review again, here I am on a final score summary again. I can go back to other sections if I and make adjustments as necessary. When I review, here is what my final score is shaping up to be. If I'm ready, I can then select Final Submission. Once you do that, your numbers cannot be changed. So make sure you pause on this final score summary page and make sure you're comfortable with what you're submitting. Again, using the links here to go back to any of the 3 sections and make adjustments as needed. When you're ready, you do need to select Final Submission. You will see a confirmation screen like this one to indicate that your score has in fact been submitted. So again, thank you very much for being a judge for the Regents Cup. We're very grateful for your time and for your efforts. And if you have any questions, you'll be able to reply to the text or email that you'll receive from us with the links to your scorecards. And we look forward to a great Regents Cup.